Hello, welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. It is Saturday midday, but I've already had an incredibly productive day. Sam and I got up pretty early this morning, early for a Saturday anyways, and went and took a spin class as sort of a sample to see if we wanted to join this gym that's near our apartments. It was actually Sam's idea. He brought it up while we were home over the holidays. He tried to wear something and realized it didn't quite fit him, and he was saying how he wanted to lose a little bit of weight. And again, not just for the wedding, and it had a lot of comments when I was asking for feedback that there's been a lot more maybe uptick in diet or like health related talk. And I want to reiterate that we both are trying to do this for like a long-term focus, but it does help to have a deadline that we're working towards. And I think in general, January has a lot of uptick in general in everywhere social media for diet and fitness. So I hope that you don't feel like I am trying to like shove it down your throat, because I'm not. I'm just trying to share with you kind of what we're doing and what is important to us right now. So we went and toured the gym and met with the guy who Sam ended up having mutual friends with, because the guy was in the theater industry before he started working there, which is just crazy. But we ended up signing up, so we are now members of a gym. I am fully canceling ClassPass, so this is sort of replacing that, as well as I've been kind of disappointed with the work gym lately. I know I've talked about the work gym a lot, and I like taking lunchtime workout classes, and that's still true, but there's been sort of a shift in personnel at the work gym. And so the trainer that taught a lot of the classes that I took, she got not officially promoted, but kind of promoted, which is good for her, except she stopped teaching near as many classes, and I don't necessarily enjoy the new instructor. So I'm kind of leaning away from the work gym anyways. A couple other big reasons why I decided to join. One, I think going with Sam will definitely help both of us be held accountable to it. So I'm excited about that, something that we can go do together. And then also, I think for me, one of the hardest parts is just getting there, right? I tell myself all these excuses and all these reasons why I don't want to go, or I can be more productive at home, or whatever the reasons are that don't get me there. But once I'm there, I'm fine. And so the work gym classes they're good, but they're only 30 minutes. Whereas the majority of these classes are either 45 or an hour, and they're a lot more intense. So I can go fewer times and avoid that conversation I have with myself trying to just get myself to the gym, and just stay longer. So that's sort of the reasoning behind it. So we joined the gym, and then I went and got my hair cut. If you couldn't tell, it's much shorter, it's clean, there's a kitty tail in the way. So that was good. And now I just sat down and prepped, and I'm planning to film 3 videos, and I realized that the dishwasher is running. I don't know if you can hear it. It's just so frustrating. And we don't have a door that separates like the kitchen from the living room, so I can't like shut a door and film. So that's kind of a bummer, because I'm trying to get these videos done so that I can head to a Chinese New Year's party that starts at 5. And I have plenty of time if I started right now, but I can't really start until the dishwasher is done. So it's not, I mean, Sam did the dishes while I was getting my hair cut, and I came back and I was like, dang it. And I don't want to stop it. I don't know. I never feel comfortable stopping it in the middle, because it's a really, really old dishwasher. So the first thing I'm gonna do is finish getting ready. I was gonna do that after filming, but that's something I can easily do before filming. Just finish my makeup, obviously. I don't have to do my hair. And I didn't actually have anything else on my agenda for today, because I wasn't sure how long filming was gonna take. So I probably will just get started on tomorrow's tasks until the dishwasher finishes running, hopefully soon. Hopefully it will finish with enough time for me to film and still get to the party relatively on time. I am gonna finish filming today though, even if it makes me a little bit late for the party, because I have a whole slew of things I wanna get done tomorrow, and Sam isn't likely to leave the house as much on Sundays. On Saturdays he usually works. So on Sundays, it's more of I either have to ask him to be quiet. We live in a very small apartment, so filming when he's here just makes things more difficult. It's not impossible, but it's more difficult. So that is the plan. Good morning, happy Sunday. Yesterday was great. It ended up being such a great day. Even though the dishwasher delayed me slightly, I didn't actually start on any of my things for today, which was fine. I cleaned out my like makeup area and my nightstand and my bathroom cabinet. And that's what I did with my time, because I was getting ready, and so I was looking at it and I was like, oh, this could use like a little once over. So I did that while I waited for the dishwasher to finish, and then when it was done, I filmed all 3 videos. I was a little bit late. When I say late, I mean like 30 minutes from the time they said the party was gonna start. So like not that late, and 30 minutes after Sam got there, because he got there right on time. So I was late, but it wasn't that bad. And so then we had lots of delicious food. I mean, our friend who is from China, whose wedding we just went to, she's an amazing cook. So she cooked all kinds of delicious food to celebrate the new year, and we got to catch up with friends, make some new friends. She just recently started a new job, like in October-ish, I think. And so a lot of her new coworkers were there. So it was fun to get to meet them and like just again meet some new people. And then we went to the housewarming party for our other friends. It's the guy that Sam put on Broadway Goes a Cappella with. He's his like co-producer. And so it's him, he's moving in with his girlfriend. And so we got to go celebrate them and again catch up with some old friends, a lot of friends from the show. And so it was kind of fun to just, I hadn't seen a lot of them since like the night we got engaged. So it was kind of nice to see them and catch up with them. And now I am headed to yoga. Part of me had a little bit too much wine last night and doesn't really want to go to yoga, but I signed up and I'm meeting a friend there. So like, I really don't have a choice. I mean, I do, but like, I'm not gonna bail on her. So anyways, that's where I'm headed. Good morning. I just got back from my first morning workout of 2020, I guess. And I'm kind of torn. And so I just kind of wanted to talk it out a little bit with you. So the class started at 6:30. The gym is like 5 minutes away. So I thought if I woke up at my normal time of 6, there would still be time to like rinse off my face, brush my teeth, take my vitamins, and then even read for a little bit before I really needed to leave to get to the gym, because I already had a spot. And you have to get there at least 5 minutes before it starts in order to keep your spot. And again, it's a 5-minute walk. So I thought like that there's time. I'm not gonna get to read like a significant amount, but I can at least like fill out my gratitude journal and read my daily stoic and maybe a little bit more, but like maybe not. But I was like okay with that. There was no time for anything. There was literally no time. By the time I like went to the bathroom, changed my clothes, like all these things, I even forgot to grab a snack, and all of a sudden it just felt like class was starting and it felt incredibly rushed. And so the whole time I was in class, I was thinking like, man, I think I need another 15 minutes before a class starts. Like if a class starts at 6:30, I need to wake up at 5:45. If it starts at 6:45 or 7, like then, you know, etc. And I can adjust it based on that. And so that was like my brain the whole time I was working out. And then I got home and now I have like 30 minutes until I really need to start getting ready for work. So part of me is like, well, can I just do all that now? Like do all of my reading and stuff that was part of my morning routine that I used to do first thing, like, can I just do it now once I get back? And I mean, the answer is yes. Like I definitely have time to do it before I need to start getting ready for work. And I do think there are pros and cons to both ways, like doing it before the workout or doing it after. Before, I think it's more like that's what I was doing, and doing it first thing, it kind of helps me wake up and lets my like mind be a little bit more awake before I get to the workout class. And like even my body gives it a little bit more time to kind of just figure out what's going on. Again, I felt really rushed. Like I felt like I was not awake long enough before the workout class started. At the same time, the longer that I'm awake before I actually go to the gym, it gives me more time to talk myself out of it. Not that I mean, I have a spot, but the difference is because I'm paying a monthly fee for a gym now, it's not like a one-time charge if I don't go. There's just like a punishment. If you cancel more than 3 times, or you don't show up more than 3 times, then you can't book a class in advance for 7 days. So it's like a punishment, but it's not the end of the world. It's not my financial, like class pass used to be if I didn't go. So the longer that I'm awake, like before I have to leave, will I talk myself out of it sometimes and just like not go to the class? That's kind of my struggle now. Also, I don't think it'll be consistent every day, because there is a 6:30 class every single day, but it's not necessarily something I want to do. I might prefer the 6 or the 6:15 or the 6:45 or even the 7, which there is still time if I go to a 45-minute class that starts at 7 to come home, shower, get ready, and go to work. So like that would actually, I almost feel like that would be the ideal situation, because then I could get up at my normal time of 6. I have like almost a full hour to read and relax and wake up and then go to a class at 7. So I don't know. Those are all my thoughts. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think it's just going to take time to figure out a groove and a rhythm, and It also depends on what Sam wants to do. He had his like complimentary personal training session this morning, so we went together, and his session started at 6:30, but my class was 45 minutes, so I left and he was still there. And I think some days we will take the same class, but some days we might not, because like I don't know that he really wants to go take like cardio, dance, or bar. So I think that'll depend too. Do we want to work out together? You know, what classes he want to take, etc. So it's just going to be a learning curve. Just going to take some time for us to figure it out. But we went this morning, so that was good. Now I'm going to cuddle up with this kitty. Oh, she's such a cute kitty. And get my reading on. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I clearly did not take my makeup off last night. Please don't yell at me. I know it's not good for my skin. I got really tired last night. I went to bed at like 9. At like 8:15, I asked Sam if it was too early to go to bed because I was exhausted last night. You can see I also didn't dye my hair last night, which is what was on the schedule, but that was sort of intentional because I talked to my mom and she was like, well, we can dye your hair this weekend. And I was like, duh, I've already pushed it off this long. I might as well just wait and let my mom do it this weekend. So I got that extra hour back last night and I basically took it and just went to bed. It was amazing. I was so tired, but I also didn't take my makeup off because I was that tired. So anyways, I just got done filming my plan with me. It's still in the morning, clearly. I'm not ready for work yet, but I just filmed my plan with me this morning. I actually originally, in my head, yesterday had kind of switched around my workouts and filming the plan with me and all that stuff. I talk about this a little bit more in my plan with me, but I originally made Wednesday my rest days for working out because Sam can't go on Wednesdays. He has a weekly networking meeting. And so I was like, fine, I'll just skip Wednesdays too and, you know, we'll proceed. But after my little like hash out that I had, was that yesterday? Oh, I can't even remember now what day that was yesterday. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the 7 o'clock classes because I can take 6 to 7 to like do my normal morning routine. Well, 6 to like 6:45 to do my normal morning routine, leave at 6:45 for the 7 o'clock class. It ends at 7:45, which puts me home at like 7:50, which is plenty of time to eat breakfast and get ready and then leave and be on time for work. So once I decided I was kind of leaning more towards the 7 a.m.s, I looked at the classes and the 7 a.m. Wednesday options were much more exciting to me than the Thursday ones. So I was like, you know what, Sam, like as much as going together like motivates me, I think I'm gonna switch them around. I think I'm gonna go Wednesdays and then take Thursday as my rest day, and you could just go Thursday. And so for most weeks, it's going to be the plan. But then I remember that this week I needed a film in my empty morning because I'm gonna be out of town this weekend, and both tonight and tomorrow night I have plans. And so, I mean, I guess I could have done it last night, but like I made the plan to do it Wednesday morning when he was at his networking thing. So I could have still worked out today and then filmed tomorrow, maybe while he was at his workout class, but I didn't want to be tied down to only being able to do it while he was at his class. So I decided to just stick it out, do it today, film my plan with me, all done, and now I will work out tomorrow with Sam. So anyways, that was a lot of rambling to say that I stuck to the original plan, at least for this week, but that in the future I'm gonna change it up. I think a lot of time management is just figuring it out. I actually heard the term course correcting on a podcast related to a totally different topic, but I think it applies to this too. I think that a lot of things in life, finances, which is the topic I was listening to the podcast on, relationships, time management, goal setting, all of these things is course correcting. It is figuring out what works and what doesn't work because it's not gonna be perfect every second of every day, and then just shifting a little bit to the left, to the right. What do I need to adjust the next hour, the next day, the next week to make it work better? And I think that that is all we can ask of ourselves. We can't ask perfection. We can't expect that we're gonna stick exactly to the hour by hour schedule that we set for ourselves. It's not realistic. But we can take the information about why we didn't stick to the schedule, or why that goal didn't work for us, or why we didn't stay in the budget, and take that information and course correct to do better next time, to just do better. It's still not perfect. It's never gonna be perfect, but it can be better. So anyway, that is my Wednesday morning thoughts for you. I'm now gonna go clean up all the filming stuff and shower and then get ready for work. Hello, happy Friday. I'm coming at you from a conference room in my office. I wanted to do this at home either last night or this morning, and time just got away from me and it didn't happen. And after work today, I'm headed straight to the airport to go home for the weekend. So I figured I would just hop in here and tell you, I have a couple things to tell you. First, yes, I am wearing a cowboy shirt at work today because of our Super Bowl ad that is going up on Sunday. They said that you could wear jeans to work today if you wore, I think the wording said a football jersey. I was like, I'm not wearing a jersey. I'm wearing just a shirt, but I'm wearing black jeans. So I feel like it's still relatively professional. And it's Friday and I have 0 meetings today, so it's not that big of a deal. The first thing I want to do is say thank you to Manda for sending me this book. I added this book to my to-read list actually because my friend Amy recommended it, and I posted my to-read list for 2020 on Instagram. I don't remember if I shared it in a vlog anywhere, but I did post it on Instagram. I shared it in the goals video, my Power Sheets video. Anyways, I put this book on there because Amy recommended it, and then Amanda sent me a message on Instagram saying that she had a copy that she wasn't going to read again and she would love to send it my way. And this is the second time that this has happened where somebody has sent me a message that's like, hey, I have a physical copy of a book that I'm not going to read again, and like passing it along. And I just think that that's so cool, especially for nonfiction books. Fiction books, I do like to have my own copy and keep it in case I want to read it again in the future and all of the things I highlighted in my notes, etc. But for nonfiction books, it's like I don't need to keep them. And so I'm trying to be better about that as well, and like asking, you know, my friends, hey, I finished this fiction book, I think it's really great, if anybody wants it, like I'll pop it in the mail. And if you send things media mail, I don't think that's how she sent it. I think she sent it in a flat rate box, which is not bad either. But if you send things media mail, it takes longer, but it's way less expensive. So just something, I don't know, I just think it's really cool. So maybe I will send this along to somebody else once I finish it. I just rented a bunch of stuff from the library, put a bunch of stuff on hold, and then it was all ready at the same time. So we have all these books, and so I need to get through those before I have to return them. So this probably won't be up on the docket for a while because I have a lot of fiction books from the library right now, but I'm excited to read this. So thank you for sending it my way. Second thing I wanted to tell you was just something that I'm proud of. I just wanted to share. I went to a work happy hour last night and I stayed for a very long time. I was like one of the first ones there and one of the last ones to leave. It was for my good friend. One of my bridesmaids actually is leaving the company, so we had like a goodbye happy hour for her. I only drank water. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I'm not gonna drink, because I had margaritas on Wednesday with my friend Jen, which I had already planned. Like I knew I was gonna have margaritas with my Tex-Mex, but I was like, at the happy hour on Thursday, like I would just order something that's on happy hour. It probably isn't gonna taste as good. It's definitely not gonna taste as good as a margarita. And it's like, I knew I needed to pack either last night or this morning, and I was like, it's just not, I'm not gonna do it. So I didn't drink. I only had water. I was so proud of myself. I probably had like 5 or 6 glasses of water too, which was probably really great. But I was really proud of myself then. I wasn't sure how late I was gonna stay. I had sort of thought, okay, well, I'm either gonna order food at the bar that we're at, or I'm gonna eat leftovers when I get home. And nobody was ordering food at the bar. And then we were there so late to the point that I was like, I'm not gonna go home and eat leftovers. So we got pizza afterwards, and like, I mean, I had nothing to drink, but I still had a slice of pizza. And because it was so late, I skipped my workout this morning because I had to pack. And I was like, I could get up super early and do both, but I didn't want to do that. By the time we got home, I was like, no, I'm gonna get up and pack and go to work and not worry about the workout. So it's about balance, right? I had like 6 glasses of water, and then I had pizza and skipped my workouts. You know, I sometimes think like it's the drinking that makes me make those bad decisions, but not bad, but like the decisions that I made about the pizza and the workout, but like it's also the time. It's also just staying up late and not sticking to the plan. So it is what it is, but I just wanted to share that. The last thing I have to share with you, I'm so excited to finally tell you about, and I'm telling it to you first here on the vlog. If you've stayed to the end, I appreciate you so much, and that is why you're hearing it here first before it goes up anywhere else. And you have the first opportunity to sign up, and it is an in-person event here in New York. So one of the things I realized just sort of working through my goals, as well as being in person at the Cultivate Your Year Live event, was how much I love meeting people in person and how much I love having one-on-one conversations in person, and just how fulfilling it is for me. It's just one of my favorite things. And so having a sort of hangout has been on my list for a very long time, just in general, but I finally was like, you know what, I'm just gonna jump right in. And what kind of made me do it was I went to one of my favorite tea places that I really like here in the city. And I don't know if somebody else said it or I saw it on a sign or something that they do private events. And I was like, this is perfect. It's small enough that it can like stay intimate so people can, they don't feel overwhelmed, and it's still very like casual. It's not, you know, it's not a huge event by any means, but it's like a cute place, Instagram worthy. It's somewhere I really like. It's convenient. I think it's convenient for me. It's close to a couple of subways. It's in Manhattan. Like, I just think it's a really great option. I am definitely very nervous that I could be totally wrong and that it's gonna be like a disaster. I know it's not gonna be a disaster, but like, I'm very nervous for a lot of different things, but I'm also very excited, and I'm excited to share the link with you below. It is going to be a ticketed event because there will be food and drink provided. The location, while it does do private events, also has a food and drink minimum that we have to hit. So it is a ticketed event, but it will come with food and wine and tea, iced, hot, and coffee. So there's a lot included, as well as a couple hours with some like-minded people. And the setup for this one is going to be pretty casual. I'll probably say a few words, but I'm not planning to do any sort of like major workshop. It's really, my goal for this event is for people to meet people. And for me, I want to meet people. Like, it's for people to make connections, hopefully make some friends. It is just for people to meet people that are also going after their goals, using some sort of planning system to help them with their goals, and just talk and just chat and get to know each other. So that's the focus of this one. I hope that there's more in the future. I hope that this, for me, is a learning experience that I can take into future events, maybe in other cities, we'll see. So if you are in New York or anywhere near New York and you'd like to come, it is Friday, March 20th, and I will leave the link for the tickets down below. So excited. If you are not in New York and you think that this sounds like fun, something that you would be interested in, drop your city down below, and I'd love to see where a lot of you are, and maybe I can make that happen, because I am starting in New York because it makes the most sense, but I would love to do this in other cities as well. And maybe not like travel specifically for this, but if I'm in a city for something else, like making that work, I mean, it would just be really cool. So let me know in the comments. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and I'm excited to finally share it with you. So that's it. If you have any questions, obviously let me know as well, and I'm happy to answer any of those. But that is gonna be it. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog so that I can just get to the airport and kind of relax this evening, and then I'll kick it off tomorrow in Chicago. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning. As sort of a sample,